Hi, I'm Darci of Darci Decorates, and today's tip, pastry bags. I'm going to cover some of my favorite sizes of pastry bags. So this is a 12-inch bag, which I love for writing intricate work, or if I'm going to have a lot of different colors, I like to have a lot of these bags. The next size bag I love is the 18-inch bag. And then I have the 24-inch bag. I actually have two of them here because that's what I have in my collection, and I'll show you why in a moment. The next bag is a parchment triangle paper bag. And in another video, I actually show you how to wrap it to make the bag. I'll just show you quickly. You just take your fingers and you wrap it around, and you have a little hole that you work. And then you can put the frosting in and fold this down, and now you have a bag. Another disposable bag is the plastic bag, pastry bag. This is a 12-inch, and what you want to look for in a plastic bag is durability, because as you're squeezing the frosting, you don't want it to like pop out like a balloon would. The secret about this bag though is you could wash it and get a use out of it a few times. Of course, until it wears out and you get little holes and get rid of it. But this is a great bag too because it can withstand the force of you squeezing frosting through it. I do have another plastic bag that is not designed to be standalone. What it is a two-tone color bag. They have put a seal in between, so you can put one color of frosting in one side and another color of frosting in the other side. And this would be an insert into, say, an 18-inch bag. That way, this pastry bag would help hold, the other plastic one in, and so it won't get any holes. Next, I want to talk about our couplers. Couplers are what you could put into your pastry bag, like I have on this one. And what you do is you can swap out the tip. So if you wanted to use a different tip, it's just easy enough to switch it. That way you're not always like pulling out your tips. I've done that before, it's not real fun. So otherwise you could just plop the tip in directly. I'll show you how, like this, and work it down. You want to get it down there because what you're going to do is you're going to have to cut a hole into your bag to get it, and always cut short, like really tiny short, because you can always push it back and say, okay, that wasn't enough. Because what will happen is, well, here, I'll show you. So cut it, and then I could push my tip through. There you go. Now what would happen if I cut it too big, the tip would just come plopping out, and that wouldn't be good. So you have it both ways, but I'll tell you what, almost every time I do this, I regret doing it because I'm like, oh, I wish I had a different tip. So I'd either have to work it through the frosting and it's like a really big mess, or just get one of these from the beginning. And this is the 24-inch bag. It is huge. It's my favorite large bag for a couple reasons. For the quick icer and to ice cupcakes, let me show you how. This one is not cut, but there is a version that is cut down for this number 789 tip. And this is used to quick ice, I call it quick icing, your cake. So what I'm going to do is show you how to prepare it. So you can just cut, let's guess, a little bit. Here you go. I'm going to push this tip into the bottom of the bag. I'm just going to work it. Okay, work it. And what I might find is that I didn't cut enough off, but that's okay, because what I'm going to do is push it down a little bit more. And seriously, I'm not even joking, just cut a tiny bit more, because you're going to go like, well, that's not very much, but what's happening is you're making a really big hole fast. Or not. Oh, there it is. See, I thought I was going to have to cut it again, but no, you really just want it, honestly, just past the teeth. Just so the opening is not impaired in any way where the frosting comes out, because you want to keep the integrity of the bag, the strength of the bag. So once you cut this 24-inch bag for this tip, you really can't use this bag for any other tip. So I just leave my tip in there. So another use for a 24-inch bag is for tip number 826, which is a star tip. It's large, so it will not fit a coupler. I only have a few favorite large tips, this one and a 126 rose. this won't fit the coupler as well. And of course the $7.89 is another large tip. But let me show you how to prepare your bag for this tip. And again, pretty much when I cut this hole, this only large tips are gonna fit through it, so it's almost ready there, but I need to shave a little bit more off. So I'm just gonna cut, there you go. And voila! Now make sure, you know, it's got teeth, so I wanna make sure that there is it's not blocking it, and that looks ready to go. So I would fill my bag up with buttercream and use this to frost. And the reason I like it so long is because when you have this filled with frosting, like on it, you never want to fill the pastry bag up to here because it'll just squeeze out. So I only fill it about halfway, and that way the frosting stays in, okay? All right, this is a 12-inch bag. I'm gonna show you how to prepare it with a coupler. So I'm gonna take my coupler and place it in the bag, uncut. I haven't cut it yet. So, get my little finger down there. When you really push it up there, you can see it tighten, and you can see the threads of the coupler. So what I'm gonna do is take my marker and mark that first little thread. Then I'm gonna push the coupler back, if I didn't force it too hard, there we go. And now you're gonna see the little mark. So now I'm gonna cut on that black with my scissors that are not cooperating. All right, now I'm going to push my coupler through it. Yay! Oh look, see? It went past the threads. That's why I'm telling you, always cut less. I cut on that side of the mark. I probably should have cut on the other side. But it's okay because it really still has a lot to go before it pops out. But I've had bags pop out on me. You don't want to do that because then your bag's kind of, you have to get rid of it. All right, so now what you want to do is get your tip and your piece and put it over it. And what you'll find is the bag is so tight on the threads that it's fine. You'll thread over the plastic bag, and that's actually better anyway because it holds it in place. And now it's ready for frosting. Thanks for watching today's tips on pastry bags. Happy decorating!